Hello, this is Kami. I have a quick question for you. What's the highest rank you've ever achieved in Uma Musume? Is it C or B? Perhaps even A? If you're looking to push higher, you've come to the right place. Today, I'm going to give you the blueprint for training your first A+ or even S-ranked Uma. And this strategy works perfectly for everyone, even for free-to-play players like me. Before we start, here's my credibility check. I've successfully trained 4 S-ranked and over 50 A+ ranked Umas with this exact method. You're in good hands. Through this video, I'll be using clips from one of my S-rank runs to explain the strategy. And for those of you who want to see every single turn, I've linked the full uncut run in the description box below. First, and most importantly, is your choice of trainee. You're looking for Umas with growth rates in speed, power, or wit, and those who have straightforward goals. My top 5 recommendations are Sakura Bakshi no, Taiki Shuttle, Ogri Kappu, Marizensky, and Vodka. You can also try El Kondo Pasa. Just keep in mind, this build is focused on short distances, so they'll primarily be running sprint and mile races in your team. Next up, Inheritance or Sparks. This is critically important. Your goal is to stack as many sparks of power as you can. For instance, in my S-rank Sakura Bakshi no here, 15 power and 3 stamina is good, but if you can find a combination that gives you 18 power, that's your target. With that sorted, let's build your support deck. The optimal formula is 3 speed cards and 3 wit cards. The deck I'm using here is a great free-to-play example. An event special week, some SRs like Sweep Torso, Daiwa Scarleto and Marvelous Sunday, and a fine motion with only 1 limit break. If you don't have them, other alternative cards are Matikane Fuku Kitaru and Agnes Tachion. For your friend's slot, the goal is to borrow a max limit break Kita-san Burak. And let's get into the training. For the first 11 turns before the debut race, I use a simple point system to make decisions easy. Here's how it works. Each supporter in the training is 1 point. An exclamation mark next to the supporter is an extra half point. Kita-san Burak is a powerhouse, so she's worth 1.5 points. The director is worth half a point. And if the training is in speed or wit, add another half point to prioritize our main stats and raise our levels of training facilities quicker. Here is the rule of thumb. If your best training option scores under 2.5 to 3 points and your mood isn't great, it's better to go on an outing. This is because a great mood gives you a 20% bonus on all stat gains, so it's worth spending a turn to secure it early on. For random events, prioritize choices that give you power, stamina, or wit, and those that gives you energy boost. When your energy is less than half, you can either rest or train, but of course, the training might fail. If you're ever unsure about an event choice, the website umaevents.io is a fantastic resource. By the time you reach your debut race, your stats should be around 200 for speed, power and wit. And a crucial tip, set your running style to front runner. It's the safest strategy for new players as it gives you a good position to accelerate without getting completely boxed in. And now for a crucial pro tip. Don't learn any skills yet. It's tempting, I know, but it's inefficient. You can get skill discounts later from hints or from getting the fast learner status. So it's always better to wait until the run is completely finished. After your debut, you'll just continue that same process. The NPC Otonashi will start appearing and she's worth half a point. You'll also see the friendship gauge next to your supporters fill up. When a gauge turns orange and the supporter is in the matching training, it triggers a friendship training. In our system, it's worth 1.5 points. However, if their gauge is orange but they are in the wrong training type, that supporter is worth 0 points, so you should avoid it. At this stage, you want to minimize outings unless your mood drops to normal or below. If your best training option scores less than 2 points, it's often better to run a race instead. Aim for races with grade 3 or higher, as high graded as possible. If the grading is the same, pick the shortest distance your UMA is good at. As long as the aptitude for the distance is B or higher, you should have a good chance of winning. When the New Year event arrives, you have a choice. The top option gives you a 10 stat boost, the middle one gives 20 energy, the bottom one gives you 20 skill points. Don't choose the bottom one as it's not worth it. For the top or middle, just choose whichever one is more beneficial for you at that moment. For example, here my energy bar is not full, so I choose the middle option. And then the classic here. The basic principle of chasing high points trainings remains the same, but we're going to update our point values to prioritize friendship training. From now on, a friendship training is worth 2 points. Also, any supporter that has a friendship gauge not green or above is worth 1.5 points, because we really want to build that friendship. If you get a lucky turn with 2 friendship trainings at once, give yourself an extra point. Your decision on when to raise is the same, but with one exception. If your energy is low, try and look for a Wit friendship training. This is because Wit training gives a small energy boost, so it can sometimes save you from having to rest. Speaking of resting, you should try to rest as little as possible from this point on. A few key events to watch for. In early March, you'll get a free mood increase. In late March, you get a legacy inspiration. And a couple of turns before the summer, you'll see the green cap Tadzuna. This is your signal to start preserving energy. You want to enter the summer training camp with at least half your energy full as possible. The summer camp lasts for 4 turns and it's a huge opportunity. During the camp, all training facilities reach the max level, so you want to at least train 3 times, if not all 4. By now, most of your support cards should have an orange friendship gauge or above, and your stats should be hovering around 400 to 450 in speed, power, and wit. In the camp, look for trainings that give you a stat boost of at least 30 in your main stat. By the end of summer, you should be aiming for stats around 500 in speed, power, and wit. After the summer, it's time to pay attention to your fan count. Having more fans unlocks different scenario events, which give better awards. Aim for at least 50,000 fans by early November, which you'll get a 20 wit and skill point boost with a hint of Iron Will. And 100,000 fans by the end of the year, which gives you a 30 skill point boost. If you don't have any good friendship trainings, enter a race to get fans and stats. By the end of the classic year, a good goal is 600 to 800 in speed and wit, and 500 to 600 in power. For the second New Year's event, the top option gives you 30 energy, the middle one gives 5 to all stats, and the bottom 35 skill points. Again, don't choose the bottom one. It's not worth it. For the top and middle, the choice is yours. If your energy is high, take the free stats. If it's low, the energy will likely allow you to take a powerful training next turn, which is often worth more. And now, it's the senior year. This is the final push. The principles are the same. Chase those speed and wit rainbows. After the first turn, you'll get the raffle event, and with average luck, you'll get a nice boost to your energy and stats. Well, if you get tissues, that's just bad RNG, and you'll have to recover your mood. You can achieve this by either doing a race, where Otonashi might occur and boost your mood, or you can wait until late March for the Fan Fest event, which also increases your skill level. Speaking of skill levels, you'll get events that raise your skill level in early February, late March, and early December. These can be achieved if you have enough fans. 60,000 in February, 70,000 in March, and 120,000 in December. For the one in late March, remember that your friendship gauge with Director Akiyama needs to be at least green. Just like last year, there is a summer training session, so remember to save your energy for it. By the end of this year, your goal is to have around 1050 speed and wit, and 700 power. This is tough and might take a few tries, so don't get discouraged. Also, make sure that you have over 240,000 fans for an extra 30 skill point bonus. After the senior year, you enter the URA Finals. To maximize your score and get more stats after the final race, the friendship gauge of the director and Otonashi should be as high as possible. The higher the friendship, the higher the stat boost you get after winning all of the 3 URA races. After you've won the URA Finals, it's finally time to buy your skills. Now you can go on a shopping spree. And one last tip. Think about what you want to use this Uma for. If you want her to compete on your team against other players, don't learn the skill Iron Will, as it's not very effective. But if you only care about getting the highest possible letter rank for this single run, learn it, because its high point cost will boost your final score. Here, as I aim to get a high rank, I've learned this skill. And that's it. Hope you guys get your A+ and S ranks done. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment down below if you find this useful. Feel free to ask questions down below. This is Kami. See you next time.